Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing these little triangle ends, like a tutorial on them, so you can put them on your wall hangings or your keychains. It's for alphas, not normal patterns. But yeah, these are like my new favorite endings to do because I just figured out the right technique and how to do them. So the first step in this is to figure out how many bass strings you have. In this bracelet, I have 14 bass strings, so I will split it in half. Now that I have two groups of 7, I can start making the triangle ends. But if you have an uneven number of bass strings, say you have 15, you will just take your background color that you're using and just include it in the triangle ends, because that'll make 16 strings, and then you can split it into 8, and then it'll work. And same goes for wall hangings, just split it into even amounts. This one, I didn't have even amounts, so the two groups in the middle are bigger than these two. You can't even tell though, so it's fine. Now that I have my bass string split in half, I'm gonna work on the left side first. I don't know why, I just always do. But you're gonna take the first 2 strings, and most people say do backward knots, but what I find is to do a backward forward knot. And also it helps if you have, like, my knot tension is kind of in between tight and loose, so I don't know, I've always found that this works best. Now that we have the first knot done, we're going to take the next string in our row and tie a backward forward knot onto these 2 strings. And I just want to make sure that the string stays as close to the keychain as possible. Okay, so now that we have our second backward forward knot done, we're going to take the next string in the line. So basically we're just going to do a backward forward knot onto those 3 strings, making sure that our string is as close as possible to your wall hanging or keychain, just to keep it nice and neat. And also watch your knot tension as you're doing this, and if it messes up, untie and retry. I don't know, I have been trying this technique forever and I just finally got it to work, so it might take a while. But you're going to do a backward forward knot again. Just remember to try and keep it as close as possible to the keychain. So taking the next string and doing a backward forward knot. And just kind of tighten it up. Okay, now you're going to take the last string in your group and do a backward forward knot. And that is your left side done. So now we're going to go on to the right side. So just move that group of strings over. You won't need it until you're done with the right side. And we're going to take the 2 strings furthest to the right and do a forward backward knot. And then take the next string and do a forward backward knot. And you're just going to do the same thing that you did on the left side, it's just forward backward knots. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this. Just pay attention to how the strings are aligning and everything, making sure that they're reaching your last row of knots here. So now that you have the right and left side done, you're going to take the last 2 strings that you used and you're going to tie any knot. I just do a forward knot because I don't know, I've always been the most comfortable with that, I guess. And there you have the triangle ends done. Now you need to take any color you would like and cut about, like, I don't know, 8-10 inches of string. I like it to be longer. This is for the little square knot. I like it to be longer because I'm more comfortable knotting with that, I guess. And then you're going to take a piece of tape and tape your base strings down. Make sure it's a little loose. It just makes it easier to tie it up, I guess. And you want to take your string and put it under the keychain. Oops, well. And then you should have both sides of the string underneath the keychain. And you're going to take the right side and bring it over the top of your bass strings. And then take the left side, take it over that tail down there, and bring it under everything, all the strings. So it should look like that. That's a little confusing, but it's just a basic square knot. And now that we've done that, we're going to do the same thing but opposite. Take our left side and put it over top of the bass strings. Take the right side and put it over the left string, and then bring it all under the tail under. And then I like to put the two ends together and pull them up together and then tighten. And then the right side over the bass strings, the left side over the right side, and under. And then you tighten. And then the left side over the bass strings, the right side over the left side, and under, then tighten. And that is it. You have your little square knot and your triangle ends. Now you can just cut all of your strings off like what I just did. And I will see you whenever I have the keychain completely finished so you can see it in more detail. Alright, so I have all the strings cut off of the back. There it is. I tie them up in little knots so whenever I use the keychain it doesn't come undone, I guess. I don't know. My mom kind of freaks out about it, so then she made me paranoid about it. So, yeah. But here's the finished keychain. Here are the triangle ends. I know that I struggled with this forever because I just didn't have the right knot tension, or I wasn't like pulling my strings correctly. It just kind of takes a lot of practice. But once you get the hang of it, it's really easy and it turns out really nice. So yeah, if it doesn't work for you the first time, I definitely recommend just practicing. And these are really easy to untie, so if it doesn't work on your keychain and you don't want to try again, you can just untie it and tie one square knot and it's fine. That's what I do if it doesn't work. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was really helpful. And I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!